Sean White has been looking at a viral campaign that's helping lost dogs be found dogs. Sean.
Yeah, well, you've got these dogs, right? They're in the pound, they're homeless and they need to go for a walk. Then all these humans who want to keep fit, who take the dog for a walk, they post it on social media and then their followers look at whether they might adopt the dog. I mean, come on, it's simple, but genius.
They're locked in a concrete little box, you know, for 23 and a half hours a day. And then to see them in those enclosures really kind of tears me up. Why do I do it? Because I can. Because if you have the power to help someone, then you should. My name's Jason Siebert. Started Rescue Your Fitness off the back of my own volunteering at Gosford Dog Paws in Erina. I was volunteering in there maybe once or twice a week when I could, and running as many dogs as I could in the time that I was there. They were, well, not overrun, but the ratio of staff members and volunteers to dogs was very low. Came up with the idea that I would promote personal trainers running dogs from the pound, and personal trainers would get free advertisement on the Facebook page, and that would in turn get the dog in front of more people. All trainers have a following of their own clients or people who like their workouts or whatever. Like, it wasn't so much personal trainers that wanted to get involved, it was just everybody else. Anyone who wants a dog that can't have a dog at home or just wanted to help out, that's where all the inquiries were coming from. So it grew pretty fast off there, and the first pack run was mostly like people in the fitness industry, from runners to trainers to just people that are training all the time. You know, busy, everyone has such a busy lifestyle. There's always something to do, that people are always looking for an alternate motive to get them to training, because there's always a reason why not to go to the gym or not to go training. A pack of dogs in there waiting to go for a run. They're never gonna say it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too windy, it's too rainy, I don't really feel like it today, I'm not quite sure. Even personal trainers have up days and down days, and the dogs are always keen. They're always jumping and bounding around and like tongues hanging out and stoked to be there, and they give you love for it. You're not getting barked at, pun intended, to run up the hill. They'll do it with you. They'll go as fast or as slow as you want. The goal for Rescue Fitness at this stage is to have volunteers in every shelter and pound in the country, and working with every rescue organisation in the country. The more people are getting dogs out on their networks, the more people are seeing those dogs. It's that simple. And the more people that are, it's not just about promoting the single animal from a single rescue organisation, but it's about promoting rescues and adoptions as a whole. If people are seeing constantly on their news feeds, adopt this dog, and smiling people with happy dogs and like rolling around in the grass and doing all the dog things that dogs do, and everyone's having a good time, then people will hopefully, the idea is, be thinking to adopt, don't shop. That's why we do what we do. When I talk to people about dogs in pounds and what Rescue Your Fitness is about and what I'm doing for dogs in pounds, most people don't know that you can adopt a dog from a pound. They think that dogs are there because they've committed some crime, that it's like dog jail, that they're getting a lesser animal or something that's broken from a pound. And basically the perception of rescue animals is so far, like the community perception of rescue animals is so far behind the reality of what rescue animals are, that that's why there are so many animals in shelters. If there was someone in front of me that was looking to include or have a companion animal in their family, in their life, and were thinking about rescue but had no education or information on rescue animals, I would encourage them to take part in what we do in Rescue Your Fitness. Go to a pound, start taking dogs out for a walk, and then they can see what they're actually working with, and they can taste for themselves the unconditional love that they get from those animals within seconds of walking out of those enclosures. Then it comes to getting more professional advice and help, because it does go a long way working with an animal that could have had a long history, and it's always human error that gets them that way, and it's human education that can help fix them and have them as a positive part of your life. The animals there need time. They're not just going to come out of being locked in a cage for 23.5 hours a day to being sit, stay, pick up the newspaper dog. Like, they're going to take some time, and each animal will be different. But that's part of the beauty of it. They grow together, and that's where the bond is formed. Firstly, with what we're trying to achieve in Rescue Your Fitness, is more community involvement, more people giving up their time. It doesn't have to be, like, if we have a big group of people giving up an hour a month instead of a small group of people giving up an hour every day, I think we can achieve a lot more. Also, having all rescue groups and organisations heading not just towards a common goal, but heading there in a common direction or a common way, and going about things similarly, so that the community isn't confused by what's happening. There's some shelters or pounds that are putting animals down in a week, and then there's some that won't kill them, so they have no kill policies. So there's leads to confusion in the community as to why dogs are there and whether they can be saved or not. If you've got one pound that's putting them down in a week, it's going to show someone who has no idea about it that there is an issue there that can't be fixed. Then if you have another rescue organisation that is not killing animals at all and fixing them, there's a big gap between the amount of effort and funds and resources that people are putting into saving animals. And if we can have all of those people at the same level, then we're going to achieve a lot more, and we're going to save a lot more animals.